Nobody's coming to save you. The uncomfortable truth that we need, and the only way out is through. The sooner that you realize that this life is on you, everything begins to shift. We don't change when we're comfortable. We change and we evolve through the fire. You're going to have to go through this change alone, and you're going to have to do things scared. And you're scared because you're traveling through the unknown. Nothing is perfect about what you have been experiencing and what you're about to experience. If you came across this podcast, it's because you're on a search for more out of life. You are becoming. You are evolving. And you will figure it out on the journey. There is no book on this. There is no one that's going to do it for you. At the end of the day, nobody's coming to save you. No one is going to get better at your craft for you. You're going to have to get better at your craft, at your vocation, or whatever it is that you do. You could say, well, this world has gotten very intense. Hasn't it gotten very intense? It's part of the, when you realize that we live in a matrix and this is the game, it's a game of life. And the sooner you switch your mode and you have an epiphany and you have a realization that this is a game, you begin to play the game. And we get the uncomfortable truths. And you will be really uncomfortable. But that's the metamorphosis, the Heinrich metamorphosis that occurs on the inside. I'm sure the caterpillar does not say, oh, wow, this feels really great. In order for it to fly high, instead of just crawling on the floor, most of society is programmed to crawl on the floor. But in order for you to rise, you're going to have to realize that nobody is coming to save you. And it's really the main point of it. You could give a man a fish and he eats for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, then he eats for a lifetime. Nothing about the past few years was right. Nothing about the past few years was easy. And if you are a person that is on this journey, you will deal with saboteurs. You will deal with betrayal. And I'm here to leave this very deep truth. Even if it's not your fault, it is your responsibility. In this talk, I'm going to be discussing from my everyday life, things that became my responsibility. These things weren't my fault. You might got on this word today and you say, well, this person and that and this situation and none of the, and you're correct. And you're correct. None of these things are your fault, but it becomes our responsibility. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone hitting the like button to push this word out. It's a powerful word today. It is the only way. Most of the world does not want to take responsibility. I'm offering you an opportunity. Ooh, you're getting an offer. An opportunity of a lifetime. Most people are weak in a modern society. They don't want to take responsibility. You will far exceed everyone. It's the way of the world. People can't hold their attention. Attention spans are done. That's why you never become successful. On this channel, I discuss quantum shifting. It's not so mystical. And one of the, if you really want to change your life, which is lacking from the modern society, is people can't hold their attention. This has to come out of your mouth. This has to be your embodiment. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fight for it. That's where it has to be. If you're hearing this and this is resonating with you, it's ringing like a bell. I'm going to fix it. That's the shift. I'm going to fight for it because nobody is coming to save you. So you better become the superhero. You know, it's approaching a very powerful time, almost 3 years ago. Incredible. Is the time going by faster and faster? When you realize that time is going faster and faster, you don't have time to wait around for someone to come save you. You're going to realize this because life is going to pass you by and you're going to wake up one day and you're going to say, you know what? I spent so much time, waiting, complaining instead of getting up and say, I absolutely have to fix it. I have to get up off the floor. I have to get in the car. I have to go after my love. I have to go after my passion because nobody is coming to save you. At the end of the day, improving your health and wellness is on you. Overcoming obstacles is on you. Years ago, 3 years ago, my wellness was off. And it was the result of stress in my life. And I'm here to tell you this was not my fault. However, it was my responsibility. It was my responsibility, to say, how did this happen? And it put me on a journey. It put me on a journey of studying and improving myself. Taking responsibility. You might be on this podcast and you might deal with narcissists in your life. You might deal with jobs, not serving your greatest purpose, riddling you with stress. And then you might wake up one day and you say, I have these aches and pains and ailments. My gut is thrown off. I took responsibility. I said, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to realize this. And God's going to give you the opportunity. I'm here to tell you, God's going to give you the opportunity. No one is coming to save you, but God is going to give you the opportunity to rise. There are new people to this podcast and those that have been on this journey for the past few years. You remember 150 consecutive days I went to the gym. It was a whole event and it wasn't for a lifetime. And during that process, I was tapping into autophagy and I was tapping into my body's natural ways of removing all the negative cells, all the stress, all the stuff that builds up in your body. It became my responsibility. It became my responsibility to study these things. It became my responsibility to actually do and actually move forward because no one was coming to save me. I had to actually do. When people look at this world right now, you're gonna be at it alone, and you might be on this journey, the path of the warrior, the hero's journey. And one day you're gonna wake up. You didn't have no girl at your side. You didn't have no support. You had nothing. You had to get up off the floor, and that's where most of society is. The people that are gonna make it through. The low-hanging fruit, I'm telling you, and you could see it already. People are lining up. People are lining up. The Savior's coming. This is going to come off the spaceship to save us, because people don't want to take responsibility. Okay? At the end of the day, pain is temporary. Change, evolution is forever. Regret is always worse than failure. Irina, I love you. I'm so grateful for the super chat. How do you dealing with loved ones? I lost my mom. I love you, Irina. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being on this journey with us for many years. You know, we're all on a journey, and, you know, dealing with the loss of a loved one, it brings forth, you know, this as well. Something I just also dealt with many people losing loved ones in recent times. And I was reflecting, you know, when I lost my grandparents, and it's very difficult when through that conversation, you know, people are programmed and they don't want to listen to maybe the new healing modalities, and you have to watch them, and you have to watch them struggle. At the end of the day, we're all on our journey, and it is difficult to lose a loved one. It is difficult. You know, you might be on your journey and you might not physically lose loved ones, but you are going to lose people that aren't coming with you on the rest of your journey. And this is where the pain comes. You realize that no one will help you, no one will, and you're going to realize that these people aren't coming with you, and they can't hear it. You know, I can reflect on people that I loved, and, you know, it doesn't matter what I want to say, what I want to help them. You can't help anyone. That's why everyone in the world needs to hear this message today. Nobody is coming to save you. Because at the end of the day, it's always here. Angel by the Ocean's writing it right now. A lot of people, a lot of losses lately. If you're tuned into this podcast, the world is changing. And this is the channel that we need to focus on and move forward with as we take responsibility and realize these things. I'm going to speak a lot of uncomfortable truths in this podcast today. There are people that are not coming with you for the last leg of this journey. This whole world is being reset right now. This is a new beginning. Those that are new to this, I'm leaving this message. This message will last forever. But this message is in year one. This is considered year one, the year of the fire horse. And the fire horse is blazing saddles, blazing forward. And it's leaving everything in the dust. You might get this today. Not everyone is meant to grow with you. There are people that are part of your journey. You could be grateful for them. There are people that bring forth life lessons to you. I wouldn't be in the position if I didn't have people that played roles in my life. I'm grateful for those people. But not everyone is meant to grow with you. If you are a person and you're resonating and you realize that no one's coming to save you, there are many people that will be in the victimhood mentality. We all get there. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a metamorphosis that happens. And this happens through pain. And you will only find yourself on the other side of the pain. Pain is where the light enters the body. I could sit here today and all the pains that I overcame, every obstacle that I overcame, I'm able to now move forward and teach millions of people how to overcome these things. When you realize that no one is coming to say, if someone comes, let's just say hypothetically, okay, it's done. You didn't learn anything. And now moving forward in your life, you don't want to just get that fish. You want to be able to fish for a lifetime. You want to be able to transmute your health and wellness for a lifetime. You want to make sure. People will easily numb the pain. You have to feel the pain. People will hop from relationship to relationship. They won't spend any time alone. Being alone is part of the journey, and it brings us to the void. This is actually what you are going through. If anyone is going through this, you are quantum shifting. And to quantum shift, it ain't easy. And there is going to be a part where you go into this void. And at first, if you are motivated by it, that void that you're sitting in is going to help you. You're going to be molded by it. But as difficult as the healing crisis might be, as difficult as the adversaries, the obstacles, that void, if you truthfully want to, do you want a quantum shift? Do you want to actually change your life? What people might say, why don't most people make it? That void will break you. That void will break you. You must be a warrior. You must be the light warrior. When we live our life, and this is what you have to focus on. I give motivational speeches like never before. And I tie it into the way that this world actually is. You must realize that life is a frequency, and you lived a certain way, and then you accumulated stress in the body. That ain't your body no more. You're evolving. You accumulated people in your life. They're not growing with you. Many people went through a spiritual awakening, and you could see this in recent times, so many failed marriages, because if one party decides that they don't want to grow, that's called unequally yoked. People will decide not to ascend with you. It's time for you to ascend. And during this process, so you accumulated people, you could accumulate friends, you could accumulate acquaintances, but they only liked you at this level. In this year where we are breaking out, you are ascending, and ascension is not so mystical. You are ascending to a higher version of yourself. And there are people that are left in the dust. They want to, through their free will, they want to stay at that frequency. Leave them where they are. You are responsible for your life. No one will come to save you. But then you get up. When you realize that life is a frequency, and you say, I'm going to do this. Now you go on a journey. Now new people show up. I did a powerful talk. God sends strangers. God will send strangers to your everyday life. None of them will save you. But these are your new people. These are the people that are taking the journey with you. Not everyone is destined to make this shift. Many people that are tuned in, you know the world is changing very intensely. And not everyone's going to survive this. Not everyone's coming with you. At the end of the day, you're going to have to shift. If you are playing this game of life, it is part of the game. Do you play a video game? You press the B button and oh, I won. Is that any fun? So when you start to realize that this is like a puzzle that you need to figure out, that life is a frequency, and you will be, if you get stuck in the void, this is such a power, because so many people, and I could see it on my journey. When you get stuck in that void, and you have to ignore the outer world because your inner world is changing. You're going through a Heinrich metamorphosis, and then you're going to get mad, right? You're going to get mad, bro. No one's coming to help. No one's coming to save. And you're going to be left there. And through this void, this is where most people turn around, they go backwards. Today, we must move forward. Let this be the message that you hear. Smash the like button. Smash it hard if you're realizing this. When there's corruption in the workplace, you say, I was done wrong. There were so many people. There's people that they sacrificed for their family. You've sacrificed, and maybe you had a beautiful relationship, and it hurt the relationship because you put everything into this job, and they let you go, and they dumped you out. Again, not your fault, but now what we're doing is we're realizing, and then we're going to have to cross a bridge. We have to cross a bridge. We have to cross the bridge of incidents. When you are, this is a mode that we break free of. A lot of people are waking up. There's many NPCs. They're just non-playable characters. They just go around. They go whatever society says, whatever the TV tells them how to think. They live in fear. They're about the ego. They're a non-playable character. And only a few people, when you switch the lever, when you switch the mode, and now you switch into creator mode. Now you turn on God mode. During that switch, during that process, is terrifying. And in life, this is where the majority of the world, you say, why does everyone stay at this level? Because they don't want to go through this void. The void will break you. You will go through this process again and again. You will have to overcome again and again. Pain is temporary, but regret is worse than failure. You will have to, if you're hearing me for the first time, you will have to choose your pain. You will choose the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. Write it down. Which one you're going to choose, discipline or regret? I give you two options, right? In life, you get two options, regret or discipline, and it's going to bring pain. But that pain of discipline is temporary. When those muscles are burning in the gym, it's temporary. But when you watch the love of your life, oh, they're with someone else. Oh, there's my idea. And Billy Bob did the idea, right? And you're sitting there, shucks, I didn't do it. I was traumatized. I was sitting here with fear. No one came to do it. No one came to give you, I'm going to put your opportunity out there for the world. No one walked over to that guy or gal. No one did these things. No one comes to save you. You must. Every single time, if you want to benefit your life, you must push through the fear. All the time, 100% of the time, no exceptions. There are no exceptions to this rule. This is part of the game. I know the ins and outs of this matrix. My journey is not perfect. I was stumbling along the way. And a lot of you watched me stumble along the way, right? There we go, stumbling along. Because you go into the unknown, and it comes from a different place when you actually go through it and you overcome it yourself. In the world right now, there is a massive split in society. Did you know this? The simple fact that you are locked on this message. Some people, they can't hear it and they're going to turn it off. But you keep hearing it. You keep going. There is a difference. It's always a frequency. People, they want to watch the drama. Drama destroys people. I got to watch this reality show based on drama. I got to go on social media, right? They go on social media. They're wired a different way than you. You are wired differently than over 80% of this. You are a rare breed. You're a rare breed if you're still here. You are built differently, and you are built differently in this world. You don't fit into this world. We have a tremendous community here. You could click subscribe. When you are growing, and I'm here to tell you, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, because no one wants to do. Most people don't want to do these things, and now you have the world is your oyster. Oh my God, I have all these opportunities now. It's literally opportunities. People are going to be left in the dust. None of this is easy. And the simple fact that you are able to do it, you have tons and tons of opportunities. In a post-2020 world, I recently did a very powerful video. A lot of people resonated with it. You should watch it, check it out. People got weaker and weaker, and you got stronger and stronger. In our life, we want to get stronger and stronger in a world that's getting weaker and weaker. It's just the way that it is. And you have the attitude of, when you sit back, I sit here, I can reflect on a time I had everything stripped away from me. I had everything stripped away from me. And no one came to save me. And no one probably believed in me except for my father. I had everything taken from me. And it's one of the most powerful moments in my life. And when you're doing something, you're breaking the mold. You will literally see the entire world rise up. And it's one versus all for this window of time. Because you see things. When everything was stripped away from me, I saw it all. I saw things I never saw before. I saw the deeper picture. You will see the truth. You will see the truth of people. I had nothing. Strip you down, baby. We could joke about it now, but when you're actually going through this message is for everyone. Like I went through that. You might be, I'm going through something different now. In our life, we go through different seasons with different characteristics, but we're all going in the same general direction. If you are built differently, right? Oh, why can't you just have a drink? Drink the alcohol, right? Drink the alcohol. Oh, why can't you just take a day? Or why don't you stop your work? Why don't you do this? Anyone that's tuned in, did you experience this in your life? And what you need to do, you're going to see this every single time. There is no exception to this. I've been on this journey of growth for a long time. And every time I say, you know what? I want to switch it up. I want to go with this. People will refuse to support you every single time. And the reason is because this is the test from the universe. You get no support. You get no help because you have to prove it to yourself. And it's a test. And you say, do you really want this? Do you really want this opportunity? Do you really want this change? Because you were living at this level for so long. And it's going to get real intense. It's going to get real scary. But you got to say, nah, kid. Nah, I'm not looking at all the spooky things that are out there. All the spooky things that are out there, I ain't going to look at it. We are in very potent and pivotal energies right now. No one is coming to save you. You were on a threshing floor in a post-2020 world. We all were. You're going to have to come to the and I could share this. This is the truth. It's an uncomfortable truth. This is what you have to get through. Just a minute. Jill, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support, Jill. Jill writes, It's amazing how concerned people are with what we consume. Stay in your lane. Absolutely. I appreciate that, Jill. Thank you for the super chat. I'm grateful. This is the path. And when you realize this, you don't get bent out of shape. You don't get scared. Elevation requires separation. Because in order for you to elevate and separate from the crowd, you have to hear your own identity, your own thoughts, and hear the word of God. This is what it means. Elevation requires separation. I hope everyone that hears this today, if you're hearing up to this, you're going to write it in the comments, because this is going to help other people. Elevation requires separation 100% of the time. Every time I leveled up, you go through this void. People gonna get triggered, walk away. Why? Because you're going up here, but they're gonna cross their arms. They're gonna say no. You have to leave them. Elevation requires separation. And again, it's just part of the journey. And when we understand the matrix, do you want to learn about the matrix? Click subscribe. This and this is how you know the programs. And you could see this within people, and you understand the programs that they're running on. I teach about the subconscious on this channel. You click subscribe, your life is going to change. People are running off the subconscious programs. And once you understand the programs, you understand the behaviors, and then you take ownership for your life. Today, when you go through this shift and you say, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fight for this, I believe in this. Do you understand, like when you, and anyone that went through this trial in a post-2020 world, this is the trial of your content of character. A lot of us know this phrase. I stay focused on it on this channel for years. Your content of character. Motivation fades, ladies and gentlemen. Motivation fades. But when you're driven, see, like you're going to wake up, you're going to have people that want to get, or you could get motivated, right? Oh, your work is blowing up, right? Or maybe you have the support of a beautiful relationship, right? But when people stab you in the back, sabotage you, betray you, try to do anything that they possibly can to stop your work in the ego, motivation fades. You will have motivation. Wow, look, my work it's blowing up. Wow, I have the support of a loved one. I have motivation, but motivation is not guaranteed. What's guaranteed is driven, and driven is a frequency. And what I'm here to do today and every day here, you're not going to get this content on other sources in YouTube and other places. Driven is a frequency. Write it down. Smash the like button if you are driven. I am driven, and it didn't matter. This is what differentiates us. We could get motivated. Hooray, hooray, there's people. Hooray, hooray. But now you want to go here. You want to level up, and people are going to try to knock your work down. You might have a covert narcissist, right? And they're going to try to stop you or say, oh, you want to go out in the world. There is no love outside of you, bro. The love has to come from inside. Love will come at another time, but now you've you have risen alone. No one can take credit for your rise. This is why God put you in the isolation season. There are many people that are tuned into this today. This is the truth today. Some people don't like the truth bombs. Do you love the truth bombs? You're on the right channel. You're on the right channel. One Dream Coach, thank you so much for the super chat. Elevation requires separation. Thank you, Michael. I love you. I'm grateful for that. And it's such a truthful, it just never goes away. And That's why when I give you these immutable truths of this matrix that we live in, and you know these codes, it's going to help you navigate. We still have to go through the void. We still have to be separated. We're going to have to go it alone. Motivation fades, but if you have a frequency of being driven, your life changes. You're going to be built differently. Do you know how many times I was gaslit on my journey? Oh, why you got to work out for? Why can't you drink alcohol with us? Right? I would go. I don't go out to the clubs no more. I'm not going to waste my time with one of those out there. Right? See, I'm focused on my health and wellness. It is the embodiment. But years ago, when I would go out and say, oh, why don't you have a drink? Why don't you do this? Is because other people, they don't want to do it. This is what it means to come to the frequency. It is the frequency. It is the embodiment. Earlier this year, woo, look at that, 369. I love the Tesla codes. Do you love them? I appreciate everyone coming on. This is embodiment. Embodiment is always the answer. Because once you have reached embodiment, which is a frequency, the old frequency dies off. It turns to dust. And in that old frequency, there's all these people that aren't coming with you. There's all these situations. You might be on this today, and in recent times, there might have been a situation, and it might not have been the best situation, and all of a sudden, this situation just vanished. How did it happen? Because we live in a band of frequencies. We live in a band of frequencies. Not just the physical stuff that you accrue in your life. Remember, it's part of the game. Go get it. Go get the physical stuff. But it's just part of the game. Today, the game is changing. When you go through this shift and you become the king, you become the powerful lioness. This does not only serve me, it serves my family and community. There are other people that are watching, and that's where strength, there's a frequency of strength. I love to, share about observing nature, and you will learn about life in the world. You could observe the lions. Look at the strength. Look at a lion prides. Are you a lion? Smash the like button if you're a lion. And look at the hyenas and look at the difference. Observe nature and then go out in the world and then match it up with people or clicks or labels. Look at the frequencies. Look at the frequencies. Don't just go by the label. It's a very powerful shift that happens. When you take ownership for your life, and that you did it yourself and no one else did it for you, it's very painful. I'm here to tell you, I did it kicking and screaming. The reason is because you don't know, like, if you're in the water and it's dark and you can't touch the bottom, and now you're paddling, you don't know how deep that is. You don't know when it's ever going to stop. It's always uncomfortable. I discussed the symptoms of this change. Okay, you might feel this in your lower back. Lower back represents the support, and you say, when is support ever going to come? When is support ever going to come? A lot of people were done wrong in a post-2020 world, but I'm here to tell you it was done by a divine design. And this is known as the Hermetic principle of rhythm. And as far as the pendulum swings one way, the pendulum swings backwards. And all of a sudden, see, like, you build up a spiritual bank account. Did you know this? And then you get to cash it in like a money in the bank contract, because you did all these things yourself, because and you're changing it not only for yourself but for your family, and you differentiated yourself. Elevation requires separation. You are now separate from the pack. You are separate from the NPCs of the world. They want to watch CNN. They want to watch The Bachelorettes. They want to watch The Bachelor. They want to watch all this crap. You could watch Our Everyday Lives, 9 a.m. Eastern. Click subscribe. And all of a sudden, right? This is, listen, I could do all the low-hanging fruit, all the drama, all this other stuff, but this is going to enrich other lives. I've enriched my life. I feel powerful. I feel healthy, right? And again, we go through these times where we have a little stress, but when we understand, when we study, I study I never stop studying. I got to take ownership of my life. And when I realize that no one is coming to save me, and I'm taking ownership, I get to build. And in your life, this is where you have to go into this void and hear the word of God. And as I'm getting to the end of this message right now, very powerful one today. It's important because also in life, you're not here to do everything in the world. You are here for your everyday life. And there are things that resonate in your heart and the soul. And there are things that you're tasked with. You're not tasked with maybe those things over there, but these 10 things over here, you're the professional on. And I'm leading by example. And these are the things that you're tasked with. These are the things, and then and this is how we build community. Oh, and these people, okay, they're the top of the top in these things, right? And then we come together. But ultimately in life, no one is coming to save you from your mission. The ultimate goal. All roads lead to I am. Nothing outside of you. No one on the TV is coming to save you. Glip Glab's not coming out of the mothership to save you. Vote for this person. He's or she is going to save us. None of it. All roads lead to I am. I discussed psychology along with everything else to make it into a beautiful package for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, you will benefit from this channel as we move forward. And when you went through your personal journey, when you went through your experience, it's your experience. The ultimate goal is depicted by Carl Jung. And he said, it's a privilege of a lifetime to become who you truthfully are. In this very powerful message today that I leave to the world, it's my honor if I allowed you to finally see that in your life, you become who you truthfully are. Not what the TV told you, not what the gaslighters try to focus you into. You become you. It's always I am at the end of the day, and it will never change. Otherwise, what's the point? This is the game of life. It's time to play the game. I love each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. There's powerful energy in the world, and if you deeply resonated with this message, I'm so grateful if you hit the like button. It pushes this message forward to other people. You could click subscribe. You'll get a daily notification, 9 a.m. Eastern. It also helps out with the algorithms in this modern society. I appreciate that. I'm just one guy doing this. And leave a comment down below. Leave a comment about I shared about my story today. Why don't you share a little bit about your story? We have a tremendous community here, and people read the comments. I read the comments. What else would you like me to talk about? Relevant videos are going to pop up here at the pinned comment. We have a tremendous Facebook community, TikTok, Patreon, Just revamped the channel page. Head over to the channel page. Check out if you're new. We have it all in beautiful packages, regardless of what you're looking for. Let's stay motivated and let's work on our 4 pillars, whether it's health, wealth, purpose, or relationships. It is time to take back control of our everyday lives. I love you guys so much. It's a powerful message. It's a powerful time period. And be the embodiment. Don't just wait. Waiting, that's the frequency. Waiting brings forth more waiting. It is now, it is doing, it is embodiment. If you wait, it brings forth more waiting. Okay, patience is one thing. There are things, trust me, there's things that I'm being patient with. All right, I break everything down. You're gonna never find a channel like this anywhere. Okay, you gotta know everything in life. Patience is important, and you have to know when to be patient. But most of this world, they're just waiting, and waiting brings more waiting, and this is the loop. You got to break out of the loop today. I appreciate you all. It's a powerful word, and stay focused, stay motivated. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Love you guys.